It's me or the game." Those were the last words my girlfriend said to me before walking out of my apartment. I watched her leave, and you know what I did next? I turned back to my computer, and I kept playing Roblox. That was 8 months ago, and it was the biggest mistake of my life. Before we continue, this is a fictional story, completely made up, but the issue it explores, gaming addiction, that's very real, and it affects millions of people. If you're struggling with gaming addiction, or you know someone who is, this story is for you. This is about how I let a game take over my entire life, how I lost the person I loved most, how I hit rock bottom, and how I finally found my way back. My name in this story is Ryan, and this is how gaming addiction almost destroyed everything. Let me take you back to the beginning. I was 19, sophomore in college. Life was pretty good. I'd been dating Emma for about a year. We met in a psychology class freshman year. She was smart, funny, genuinely kind. We just clicked. We had our routine. Weekdays we'd study together, grab dinner between classes, walk around campus, normal college couple stuff. I played Roblox casually, maybe an hour a day, sometimes less. It was just a hobby, a way to unwind after classes. Emma knew I played. She didn't really get it, but she never had a problem with it. She'd paint while I gamed. We each had our thing. Everything was balanced. Everything was good. Then, something changed. It started during winter break of my sophomore year. Emma went home to visit her family for 3 weeks. I stayed at my apartment. Most of my friends had gone home too. I was alone, with a lot of free time. That's when I discovered Roblox trading, really got into it. The markets, the strategies, the community. It was engaging, complex, almost like a puzzle. What started as an hour a day became 3 hours, then 5, then 8. By the time Emma got back, I'd built up a decent inventory, made some smart trades. I was proud of it. "Wow, you really got into this, huh?" she said, looking at my setup when she came over. "Yeah, it's actually really interesting once you understand the economics of it," I explained excitedly. She smiled. "As long as you're having fun." That should have been my first warning sign. The words she didn't say, "as long as it doesn't become a problem." Spring semester started, and I told myself I'd balance things better, but I didn't. The trading scene was competitive. If you weren't active, you'd miss opportunities. Good deals would come and go in minutes, so I started checking my phone constantly. During class, during meals, during conversations with Emma. "Hey, are you listening?" she'd ask. "Yeah, sorry, just checking something real quick." I'd say, eyes on my screen. It became a pattern. We'd be watching a movie, and I'd have my laptop open, just monitoring a trade, I'd explain. We'd be at dinner, and I'd be texting people in Discord. "This guy might trade me something valuable," I'd justify. Emma started getting frustrated. "Can you please just put your phone away for like an hour?" she asked one night. "I am paying attention," I insisted. But I wasn't. Not really. Our date nights started changing. We used to go out every Friday. Movies, restaurants, concerts, whatever. But I started suggesting we just hang at my place instead. More comfortable, I'd say. What I really meant was, I can keep gaming. Emma went along with it at first, but I could tell she wasn't happy. "Ryan, we haven't gone out in 3 weeks," she said one Friday. "We've been hanging out though," I replied defensively. "Hanging out? I sit on your couch while you play Roblox for 4 hours. That's not hanging out. That's me." "Ryan, I literally timed it last week. 4 hours and 20 minutes. That should have been my wake-up call. But instead, I got defensive. "You know what? You could try playing with me. Maybe you'd understand why it's fun." "I don't want to play Roblox, Ryan. I want to spend time with my boyfriend. The real version, not the one staring at a screen." We fought, not a big fight, but a significant one. I promised to do better, and for about a week, I did. Then I fell right back into it. Things started falling apart in other areas too. My grades began slipping. I'd been a B+ student. Solid, not amazing, but respectable. That semester, I was pulling C's. Almost failed a class because I forgot to submit a major paper. I'd been too busy finalizing a big trade. My professor called me in. "Ryan, what's going on? You were doing well last semester. Now you're barely passing. Are you okay?" "Yeah, just been busy. I'll catch up." But I didn't catch up. My friends started noticing too. "Dude, where have you been? You haven't hung out with us in like a month," my roommate Jake said. "I've been around." "No, you've been in your room, gaming, constantly. Are you okay?" "I'm fine, I'm really into trading right now. It's actually making me money." "How much money?" I did the math in my head. After converting values to real-world currency, maybe $200, over 3 months. "Enough," I said vaguely. Jake looked concerned. "Ryan, you're spending like 6 hours a day on this. For $200, that's like $3 an hour. You could literally work at McDonald's and make more." I got defensive. "It's not about the money. It's about the challenge, the strategy." "Okay, man, just Maybe take a break sometimes. I didn't take a break. Meanwhile, things with Emma were getting worse. She'd text me, "Want to grab lunch?" I'd respond, "Can't," in the middle of something. Maybe later. Later never came. She invited me to her friend's birthday party. I said I'd go. Then the day came, and a rare item came up for trade. Limited time offer. I texted her, "Hey, something came up, can't make it. Sorry." She called me immediately. "Ryan, you promised you'd come." "I know, but this trade opportunity." "A trade opportunity? Ryan, this is my best friend's birthday. I told you about this 2 weeks ago. I'll make it up to you." There was silence on the other end. Then, "You always say that, but you never do." She hung up. I felt guilty for about 5 minutes. Then I went back to the trade. This was my life now. Gaming first, everything else second. The breaking point came on our 1-year anniversary. Emma had planned something special, made reservations at a nice restaurant, got dressed up. She looked beautiful. I was supposed to pick her up at 7 p.m. At 6:45, I was in the middle of a complicated trade negotiation. 3-way trade, high-value items. It was taking longer than expected. Just 15 more minutes, I told myself. 7 came. Emma texted, "Hey, you on your way? Running a few minutes late. Be there soon." 7:15. "Ryan, our reservation is at 7:30. I know, I'm finishing something up. Won't be long." 7:30. She called. I didn't answer. The trade was at a critical point. 7:45. The trade finally completed. I'd won. Got an amazing deal. I felt a rush of excitement. Then I looked at the time. 7:48. I grabbed my keys and drove to Emma's apartment as fast as I could. When she opened the door, she wasn't dressed up anymore. She'd changed into regular clothes. Her eyes were red. "Emma, I'm so sorry. I lost track of. You forgot, didn't you?" "No, I didn't forget. I just got caught up in something, and you got caught up in Roblox on our anniversary while I sat here waiting for you." I said, "I'm sorry. We can still go. I'll call," and I canceled the reservation an hour ago, Ryan. She looked at me, and I saw something in her eyes I'd never seen before. Disappointment. Deep disappointment. "Ryan, we need to talk. Really talk." We sat down, and she said everything I'd been avoiding hearing. "You have a problem with gaming. It's not a hobby anymore. It's an addiction. That's not—" "Let me finish, please." I stayed quiet. "You've blown me off 6 times in the last month. You forgot our anniversary. Your grades are tanking. Your friends are worried about you. And every time someone brings it up, you get defensive and make excuses." "I don't make excuses. You're doing it right now. Making excuses." She was right, but I didn't want to admit it. "Ryan, I love you, but I can't watch you destroy yourself. And I can't keep being the second priority in your life after a video game. You're not second. You're Ryan. Be honest. When was the last time we did something together? Just the 2 of us. No phone, no laptop, no Roblox." I tried to remember. I couldn't. "I'm giving you a choice," she said. "Get help. Actually work on this. Cut back significantly. Make real changes." "I can do that," I said quickly. Or she continued, "If you can't, then I need to leave. For my own mental health. Because watching someone you love struggle with addiction, it hurts. A lot." I should have said yes, should have agreed, should have committed to change right then. But instead, I got defensive. "You're being dramatic. It's not an addiction. I just enjoy gaming. Why is that such a problem?" Emma stood up. "That's your answer? After everything I just said?" "Emma, wait. No, I've waited enough." She went to my closet, pulled out a box, started putting her things in it. The hoodie she kept at my place, the spare phone charger, the photos we'd printed. "What are you doing?" "I'm leaving. For real this time." "You don't have to. Ryan, I've been patient. I've been understanding. I've given you so many chances, but you have to want to change. And right now, you don't." She walked to the door, stopped, turned around. "It's me or the game, Ryan. If you ever figure out the answer, you know where to find me." And she left. I stood there, staring at the closed door, and then I turned around, and I opened Roblox, and I played for 6 more hours. The next few weeks were bad. I told myself I was fine, that Emma was overreacting, that she'd come back. She didn't. I threw myself deeper into gaming. If I was gaming, I wasn't thinking about her. If I was trading, I wasn't feeling the emptiness. My daily routine became wake up, game, grab food, game, sleep, repeat. I stopped going to most of my classes, barely left my room. Jake tried talking to me a few times, but I pushed him away. "I'm fine. Just need space." I wasn't fine. 2 weeks after Emma left, I was gaming at 4 a.m. I'd been up for 20 hours straight. My eyes burned. My back hurt. I hadn't showered in 3 days. I completed a trade. A good one. Should have felt accomplished. I felt nothing. Just empty. I looked around my room. Pizza boxes stacked in the corner. Empty energy drink cans everywhere. My phone had 17 unread messages from my mom, worried because I hadn't called in 2 weeks. And I realized something. Emma was right. I had a problem. This wasn't fun anymore. It hadn't been fun for a while. It was just what I did. To avoid feeling. To avoid dealing with real life. I was using Roblox the same way someone might use alcohol or drugs. To escape, I closed my laptop, really looked at myself. I'd lost my girlfriend. My grades were destroyed. My friends barely talked to me. My relationship with my family was strained. All because I couldn't stop playing a video game. I thought about Emma, about what she'd said. You have to want to change. Did I want to change? I looked at my computer. My first instinct was to open Roblox again. That's when I knew I had a real addiction, and I needed help. Getting help wasn't easy. First, I had to admit I had a problem, out loud, to someone else. I called my mom, told her everything. She was concerned, but supportive. Thank you for telling me. We'll figure this out together. She helped me find a therapist who specialized in gaming addiction. Yes, it's a real thing. And yes, there are professionals who treat it. My first therapy session was hard. I had to confront why I was using gaming as an escape. Turns out, I was dealing with anxiety and depression, college stress, pressure to succeed, fear of failure. Instead of dealing with those feelings, I buried them in Roblox. Gaming gave me a sense of control, achievement, progress, things I felt like I was lacking in real life. My therapist helped me understand that gaming itself wasn't the enemy. It was how I was using it, as a coping mechanism, an unhealthy one. We worked on strategies, setting time limits, finding other hobbies, dealing with real-life problems instead of avoiding them, building better sleep habits, reconnecting with friends. I deleted Roblox from my computer, at first just temporarily, then permanently. It was hard, really hard. I'd reach for my mouse out of habit, feel the urge to just check real quick. But I stuck with it. I reached out to my friends, apologized for ghosting them. They were understanding. We knew something was wrong, man. Glad you're getting help. I focused on school, talked to my professors. Some let me make up work, others didn't. I accepted the consequences. And Emma, I wanted to reach out immediately, tell her I was getting help, beg her to come back. But my therapist advised against it. Focus on yourself first. Recovery isn't about getting someone back. It's about becoming healthy. For you. So I did. 3 months into therapy, I ran into Emma on campus. My heart jumped. I hadn't seen her in person since that night. Ryan, she said, how are you? I'm better. Getting help. Therapy. Haven't played Roblox in 3 months. She looked surprised. Really? Yeah, you were right. About everything. I had a problem. I'm working on it. I'm glad, she said, and she meant it. I'm sorry, I said, for everything. For choosing a game over you. For not listening. For being an idiot. Thank you for saying that. There was a pause. Could we? I didn't know how to finish the question. Ryan, I'm proud of you for getting help. Genuinely. But I need to be honest with you. I'm seeing someone else now. That hurt. A lot. But I understood. He treats you better than I did, I hope. He does, she said gently, but I also think maybe this was what you needed, to hit bottom, to get help. You're going to be okay, Ryan. Yeah, I said, I think I will be. We talked for a few more minutes. It was bittersweet, but it was closure. I lost Emma. That's a consequence I have to live with. But I found myself again, and that's worth something. Now remember, this was a fictional story, but gaming addiction, that's very real. If you're reading this and thinking that sounds like me, please, get help. Talk to someone. Here are the warning signs. Gaming interferes with school, work, or relationships. You feel anxious or irritable when you can't play. You lie about how much you play. You've tried to cut back but can't. You use gaming to escape real-life problems. You've lost interest in other hobbies. If any of these sound familiar, it's okay to ask for help. Gaming addiction is a real mental health issue. It's not about willpower. It's not about being weak. It's about your brain chemistry and coping mechanisms. There are resources available. Therapists who specialize in this, support groups, online communities for recovery. You're not alone, and you can get better. Take it from Ryan, from this fictional story. The game will always be there, but the people in your life, they won't wait forever. Choose wisely. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, or if you know someone struggling, share it. Let's start conversations about gaming addiction. Stay healthy, stay balanced, and I'll see you in the next story.